Today's video is on infinitives. What is an infinitive? So we're going to go ahead and get started. So remember that the most basic form of a verb is the infinitive. You can tell that a verb is an infinitive form because in English it always has two in front of it. And in Spanish, you always look at the last two letters. If the verb ends in an AR, ER, or IR, the word is an infinitive. So here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and write that. Infinitives. So you always know, again, if a verb is an infinitive in Spanish because look at the last two letters of the word. So for example, if the word ends in AR, ER, or IR, you know it's an infinitive because look at the ending. For example, comer means to eat. Bailar means to dance. Escribir means to write. These are all infinitives because look at the ending. This is the ending. This is the ending. This is the ending. Okay? So an infinitive is a verb that ends in AR, ER, or IR. And in English, it always has two in front of it. Okay? So the next thing I wanted to talk about is what are the endings to my infinitive if it ends in an AR. So for example, I'm going to write the verb bailar. And we've covered this in class. Remember, bailar is a regular verb. When I mean a regular verb, that means the stem, this is my stem, this is my ending, the stem never changes. So when I conjugate the verb bailar, right, as to who's doing the action, we say drop the ending and we say bailó. The next one is bailas. The next one is baila. Okay? And again, here are my endings to an AR. If my verb ends in an AR, if my infinitive ends in an AR, these are my endings. These are the endings that I apply when I'm conjugating. I dance. Who's doing the action? Yo bailo. Tú bailas. Él, ella, usted baila. Nosotros, nosotras bailamos. Vosotros, vosotras bailáis. And ellos, ellas, and ustedes bailan. Remember, this is a regular verb. The reason I said this is a regular verb because my stem never changed. I know it's a regular verb because my stem never changed. The only thing that changed was my ending. And again, the endings to an AR are the endings to an AR infinitive, right? This is my infinitive because it ends in AR. It means to dance. My endings to an AR are o, as, a, amos, ais, an. Again, o, as, a, amos, ais, an. Okay? Now, my endings, if my verb ends in an ER, for example, comer means to eat, right? This is a regular verb, and as I said, how do I know this is a regular verb? Because my stem doesn't change. The only thing that I need to do is drop my ending to make sure it agrees with my subject. Who's doing the action? I say yo como, tú comes, él, ella, usted come, nosotros, nosotras comemos, vosotros, vosotras coméis, ellos, ellas, and ustedes comen. My endings to an ER, again, are o, es, e, hemos, eis, en. You got to know your endings, okay? If my verb ends in a, IR, for example, escribir, if my infinitive ends in an IR, to write, right? To write, this is a regular verb, and again, if it's a regular verb, the stem never changes. The only thing I have to do is drop my ending. Okay? It would be escribo, escribes, escribe, escribimos, escribís, and escriben. Remember, the endings to an IR are o, es, imos, is, en. And again, you want to make sure that you apply the correct endings. The IR and ER are almost exactly the same. The only place it changes is in the nosotros and in the vosotros. So be careful. Again, my endings to an IR are o, es, imos, is, en. This is a regular verb because my stem never changed. Okay? Now, an irregular verb, right? An irregular verb is going to have a stem change. So here we go. So the verb is tener, which we have been covering the verb tener. The verb tener means to have. We've been going over this one for quite some time. The verb tener is going to have a stem change. Okay? It's going to go from E to IE. Okay? Here's my stem. Here's my ending. I just said there is going to be a stem change. Okay? So, it's not a regular verb because there's going to be a stem change. But when I conjugate, we say tengo, tienes. And look at the endings I'm applying because it's an ER. Tiene, tenemos, tenéis, y tienen. Again, I call this the boot with the fur. Why is that? Because everything inside my boot has a stem change of IE, and anything outside does not. Everything inside my boot has a stem change of IE. Everything outside does not. So it's tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tenéis, y tienen. Okay? Well, I hope you liked today's video, guys. I just wanted to review, infinitives. What are infinitives? Remember, verbs that end in AR, ER, or IR. And in English, they always have to in front of it. And I wanted to go over the verb tener, which means to have, right? And it is a stem changing, right? It's got a stem change because it went from E to IE in the stem. So it's tengo, tienes, tiene, tenemos, tenéis, y tienen. Alrighty, guys. Well, I hope you liked today's video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment if you have any questions. And I will see you in my next video. Adios.